Good morning and welcome. Thank you for signing in to EAL's latest webcam on the new CSCS Green Card requirements and other EAL qualifications. Just like to provide you with an overview of where we're going just for a few minutes this morning. We should be looking at, in some detail at the EAL Level 1 Award in Health and Safety in a Construction Environment. We'll also be looking at the popular EAL Level 1 Award in Induction to Personal Learning and also the EAL Level 2 Award in Induction to Personal Learning. Just like to provide a little bit of background information about the EAL Level 1 Award in Health and Safety in a Construction Environment. So from the 1st of July 2014, the CSO card will no longer be issued by CSCS. So instead, there'll be a new Green Labourer card. So those that's wanting to apply for the new Green Labourer card will be required to achieve a Level 1 Health and Safety in a Construction Environment qualification. And this will include both those who are new to the construction industry, as well as those who are renewing their card. A little bit about the qualification now then. The Level 1 Award in Health and Safety in a Construction Environment has one mandatory unit, titled the same, Health and Safety in a Construction Environment. It's sized 4 credits and can be delivered within 40 guided learning hours. So what does the qualification cover then? Well, it will look at the principles of risk assessments, the importance of safe manual handling, working safely at heights, the risks to health within a construction environment, and the importance of working around plant and equipment safely. These are really the learning outcomes within the qualification. So what are the benefits of choosing EAL's qualification then? Recent research suggests there are currently 600,000 green card holders who will have to renew their card in the future taking this qualification. There are also around about 100,000 new green card holders issued each year. When designing this qualification, EAL consulted with industry to make sure that we chose the most appropriate assessment methods for the qualification. Feedback we received was that the learners at this level would much prefer to complete an assessment booklet. So EAL have responded to this by producing this innovative assessment booklet where the learners can complete it electronically or paper-based. This means that they can type into it on a computer, or they can print it off and handwrite into it. Most certainly this does provide a flexible solution to delivering a qualification. It really means that the qualification can be delivered in any place, anywhere. They don't have to be sat in front of a computer if they choose to do the paper option. We have provided with the qualification comprehensive delivery advice. That means behind each assessment criteria we have given specific delivery advice for tutors, trainers and assessors to deliver the criteria appropriately. We've also given comprehensive assessment guidance within the delivery pack. This means that the learner will be no doubt as to what they need to achieve in order to complete the assessment criteria. We have very competitively priced it at £40. This does include registration, certification and an e-copy of all materials. Centres and training providers can spend an extra £15 and have the publication sent to them in a portfolio if they so require. Certainly with EAL's price, there's no hidden cost. Moving on then to the EAL Level 1 Award in Induction to Personal Learning. This has one mandatory unit, Managing Study and Developing Learning Skills. It's sized 3 credits and can be delivered within 30 guided learning hours. So again, what does the qualification cover? It looks at understanding the demands of a course of study, how to organise study time effectively, how to set realistic targets for study, how to take responsibility for own learning, and how to build a portfolio of evidence. Within the Level 2 Award in Induction to Personal Learning, again it's one mandatory unit, sized 3 credits, and can be delivered within 30 guided learning hours. There's a few more learning outcomes in this one which challenges and stretches the learner a little bit more than the Level 1 qualification. So it still covers understanding the demands of a course of study, but it also looks at the impact of personal challenges on managing study. Again, it looks at how to set realistic targets for study, but it looks at again how to use information relevant to a course of study, self and peer assessment strategies, and again how to build a portfolio of evidence. So what are the benefits then of choosing this Level 1 or Level 2 award in Induction to Personal Learning? These qualifications will support any induction to any course of study. Well, what does that mean? It means that if you're delivering, for instance, a PEO Level 1 or Level 2 qualification, this qualification will support and structure the induction program. If you're delivering a building services qualification or any sector specific qualification, again it will support the induction part of that program of learning. This means really that you can attract funding for something that you are already delivering in your induction program. So the assessment booklet can be integrated into any course handbook or induction pack. EAL have been sent some fantastic examples of where, for instance, in engineering, the engineering sector has integrated the learning outcomes and assessment criteria of this qualification into their course handbook and induction pack. It certainly makes it bespoke for engineering and bespoke for the learner as well. It's very competitively priced, again at £20, which again includes registration, certification and an e-copy of all materials. Again at a cost of £15, centres and training providers can have a copy sent to them from our publishers. And that concludes our webinar for this morning. Thank you for listening. If you've got any questions, we are open to questions now. You can type into the chat and I'll try and answer them for you. I've got a question here from James, and the question was, how do these awards dovetail into existing ones like the Level 1 Electrical Installation Diploma that has MSA in it? That's a very good question, James, and the MSA unit within it is exactly the same as the one that can be delivered as a standalone qualification. So in the level 1 electrical installation diploma, it is the same unit. You cannot use, obviously, the induction to personal learning as well. Got a question from Adam here. CSCS have suggested an alternative qualification for the card, which is a basic health and safety awareness course. Do you offer it? Adam, I think if you go on to the CSCS website there, certainly for some experienced green card holders, they can do this alternative basic health and safety awareness course. But for anyone who wants to be new, or anyone who's new into the construction industry, they will have to complete this level 1 qualification. Question here from Anthony Hoynes. I'm delivering the level 1 diploma in BSc, multi-skilled operations, which has 2 of the units mentioned in it. Would this qualify them? Yes, it would, Anthony, in answer to that. If you could email me, Anthony, and I shall certainly provide a better answer than that for you. Why is Paul Simpson says, why is AL GLH on the CSCS qualification differ from the EdXL version? Paul, I don't know the answer to that, but what I do know is that we all should be delivering the same unit. This is not an EAL unit or qualification. It should all be 40 credits in size and 40 guided learning hours, unless they've tagged it into another qualification of theirs. Julie says, reference CSCS, will candidates still need to take the touchscreen assessment? That's correct, Julie, yes, they will within 2 years. They will have to sit the HS and E test, certainly so, that's right. They will have to do the mandatory level 1 qualification and also sit the HS and E test. Jim says, what are the minimum qualification requirements for a training advisor to have to deliver the health and safety level 1? Jim, full requirements are in the qualification manual. Most certainly they don't have to have assessor awards and the like. But Jim, I shall send you the qualification manual to you with all the requirements in there. Natalie says, will the PowerPoint presentation be available for discussion for other members of staff? Certainly it shall be, Natalie. We shall send the PowerPoint on to everyone involved in this morning's webcam. James says, is the health and safety the same as level 1 or level 2 units in the electrical diploma? James, the answer to that is no. This is really a health and safety award which aligns with the CSCS Green Card requirements. Really means that a learner can receive a card and gain access to a construction site. Adam, could you send the qualification manual to us, please? Most certainly, Adam, yes, I shall. Yeah, I shall send Dorothy says, could we have a copy of the manual too, please? I shall send a copy to all those that's signed in to the webcam this morning. Natalie said, I've signed in as a guest. If you could send it to... Yeah, that's great. I should do that. Thank you. Jim says, AL are requesting a letter of support for this qualification. Jim, it's already a regulated qualification. We've already received our letter of support. It's regulated now by Ofqual. We don't need any more letter of support that I'm aware of at this time. Thank you, Jim. James says, I'm looking at ways of increasing student employability as well as restricted on guided learning hours and available funding. Would it not make sense that the level 1 or 2 units also incorporated the requirements for the CSCS card? Yes, it would make sense, James. As you're aware, for EFA funding now, certainly for a full-time learner, you can group qualifications together anyway, and centres are usually looking for up to 540 guided learning hours to deliver to a full-time learning. Without a doubt, this level 1 or level 2 award, as well as the level 1 health and safety in a construction environment, could be used within those guided learning hours. Tina, yes, we'll send it, the manual to you. Yes, thank you, Peter. Yes. Thank you, Glenn. Well, thank you for all the questions, and if there's any more that come through, I shall certainly respond back to you. Thank you, and have a great morning.